The 1996 Cummins 12-valve is selling for more than brand new diesel trucks. Owners are refusing $80,000 trade-ins. Engines with 500,000 miles are commanding $12,000. Meanwhile, modern diesels with DEF fluid and DPF filters are breaking down before 100,000 miles. This mechanical dinosaur has no computers, no emission systems, no mercy, just fuel, air, and compression. And it's become the most sought-after diesel engine in America. Here's why. Today, a clean 1996 Dodge Ram with a 12-valve Cummins sells for $20,000 to $30,000. Some high-mileage examples with over 300,000 miles still command $15,000. The engine alone, pulled from a truck, sells for $8,000 to $12,000. That's more than many running vehicles cost. Let me put that in perspective. A brand new 2026 Ram 2500 with a 6.7-liter Cummins starts at $50,000, but owners of 30-year-old 12-valve trucks are refusing trade-ins, even when offered brand new trucks for free. Why? Because the 12-valve represents something modern diesels can't offer. Mechanical simplicity, true durability, owner control, no DEF fluid, no DPF filters, no computer telling you when to regenerate, just fuel, air, and compression. The 12-valve swap culture has exploded. People pull these engines and install them in older Dodge trucks, Jeeps, even classic cars. Online communities like Turbo Diesel Register and Cummins Forum have thousands of active members sharing builds, tips, and mileage reports. Some owners have documented over 800,000 miles on original engines. One owner in Texas reported 1.2 million miles on a 1994 12-valve used in commercial service. The engine was never fully rebuilt, just maintained. Here's a story that proves it. A 1996 Dodge Ram sat abandoned in a Montana field for 11 years. No shelter, no maintenance. Mice had nested in the air filter. The fuel had turned to sludge. A farmer bought it for $800, replaced the batteries, bled the fuel system, and turned the key. It fired on the second crank. That's not luck. That's engineering excellence. But here's what most people don't understand. This wasn't an accident. The 12-valve's legendary status comes from something owners discovered in the mid-1990s. Something Cummins never advertised. At first, the Cummins-powered Dodge Ram was a niche product. Farmers bought them. Contractors bought them. People who towed heavy loads every day. They weren't fast. They weren't glamorous. But they worked. Then something unexpected started happening. Owners began reporting insane mileage numbers. 300,000 miles, 400,000 miles, 500,000 miles, and the engine still ran like new. No rebuilds, no major repairs, just oil changes and fuel filters. Stories spread through trucking communities, farming forums, and diesel shops. This engine doesn't die, but then performance enthusiasts discovered something else. The mechanical P-pump injection system could be modified easily. Turn up the fuel delivery, add a bigger turbo, upgrade the exhaust, and suddenly you had 400 horsepower, then 500, then 600. All on the stock bottom end. Drag racers started swapping 12 valves into lightweight trucks. Sled pullers built 1,000 horsepower versions for competition. Daily drivers ran 400 horsepower tunes and still got 20 miles per gallon. The 12-valve became a legend in three completely different worlds. First, the working guys, contractors, farmers, guys who tow every single day. They were hitting 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 miles without rebuilds. One farmer in Iowa has 680,000 miles on his original engine, still uses it to haul grain every harvest. Second, the performance guys. Drag racers discovered you could make 600 horsepower on the stock bottom end. Guys were running 10-second quarter miles in trucks that drove to the track, raced, and drove home. Third, the off-road guys. Rock crawlers and mud boggers needed low-end torque. The 12-valve makes peak torque at 1,600 RPM. You can idle over obstacles that would stall a modern diesel. Three completely different communities. One engine. That's never happened before or since. By the mid-1990s, the Cummins 12-valve had developed a cult following. Working truck owners who needed reliability, performance enthusiasts who wanted power, off-road guys who needed torque. No other engine served all three groups this well, but this wasn't luck. The 12-valve was overbuilt from day one. Here's why. The Cummins 5.9-liter 12-valve wasn't designed to be exciting. It was designed to last. Inline 6 configuration, cast iron block, cast iron head, no aluminum, no lightweight materials, just heavy, durable iron. Here's the secret, no computer. The injection system is fully mechanical, a Bosch P7100 rotary injection pump. No computer controls it, no sensors monitor it. Fuel delivery is purely mechanical, driven by engine speed and throttle position. You know what that means? When your modern diesel's computer fails in the middle of nowhere, you're calling a tow truck and waiting 3 days for a dealer appointment. When a 12-valve's fuel system has a problem, you fix it with a wrench, in a field, in the dark, and you're back on the road in 20 minutes. The valve train uses 12 valves, 2 per cylinder, pushrod actuated, gear-driven cam. Everything is overbuilt, forged connecting rods, nodular iron crankshaft, deep skirt block design. Cummins didn't build this engine for 100,000 miles, they built it for 1 million. In 1991, the first year of production, the 12-valve made 160 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. By 1994, Cummins increased output to 175 horsepower and 420 pound-feet. Then in 1996, they offered an optional high-output version, 215 horsepower, 440 pound-feet of torque. But here's what Cummins didn't advertise. The engine was capable of far more. The factory tune was extremely conservative. Cummins limited power to protect the Dodge transmission, not the engine. The 12-valve itself could handle double the horsepower without internal modifications, and people discovered that. Compare that to modern diesels. The 2026 ROM 6.7-liter Cummins makes 370 horsepower and 850 pound-feet of torque. Impressive numbers, but it requires DEF fluid, $15 per gallon, consumed constantly. DPF filter, $3,000 to replace when it clogs. EGR system fails regularly, $2,000 to fix. Computer-controlled everything, dealer-only diagnostics. Emissions regeneration cycles, reduces fuel economy, causes problems. The 12-valve requires fuel and oil, that's it. But here's what most people don't know. Cummins didn't build this engine for Dodge. They built it for something else entirely. 1988, Dodge is dying. They've got 8% market share and it's dropping. Ford's F-150 dominates sales. Chevy's Silverado isn't far behind. Dodge Ram trucks are seen as cheap, unreliable, and outdated. Something has to change, or Dodge exits the truck business entirely. Ford and Chevy rely on their big block V8 gasoline engines. Proven, powerful, familiar. But Dodge can't compete on that battlefield. They need a different weapon. In 1989, Dodge makes a move that shocks the industry. They partner with Cummins Engine Company to offer a factory diesel option in a half-ton pickup. This has never been done before. Diesels are for commercial trucks, semi-tractors, farm equipment, not consumer pickups. The engine Cummins provides is the B-Series 5.9-liter inline-6 diesel. It's based on a commercial engine design, built for durability, not comfort. 160 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. It doesn't look impressive compared to gasoline V8s making 230 horsepower, but torque tells a different story, and diesel torque arrives low, right where towing happens. Dodge takes a gamble. Cummins takes a gamble. Neither of them knows they're about to create a legend. The first Cummins-powered Dodge Rams hit dealerships in 1991. They're slow, they're loud, they're expensive, but they work, and word spreads fast. By 1994, the 12-valve Cummins is the best-selling diesel option in the light-duty truck market. Dodge's market share starts climbing. The partnership works, but it can't last forever. In 1998, everything changed. Cummins releases an updated version of the 5.9-liter, the 24-valve. It uses an electronically controlled VP44 injection pump. More power, better emissions, smoother operation. It's an upgrade, 235 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, but it comes with a cost. The VP44 injection pump is computer-controlled. It requires clean fuel, consistent voltage, and regular maintenance. When it fails, and it does fail, the repair costs $2,000 to $3,000. The 24-valve also introduces emissions equipment, EGR systems, more sensors, more complexity, reliability drops, service costs increase. Owners who experience the simplicity of the 12-valve immediately notice the difference. The 12-valve becomes known as the last real Cummins, the last mechanical diesel, the last engine you can fix with hand tools in a field. Production of the 12-valve ends in 1998. Only 9 years of production. But in those 9 years, Dodge sells over 400,000 trucks equipped with the 12-valve Cummins. And almost immediately, those trucks become more valuable than newer models. Cummins themselves have acknowledged the 12-valve's reputation. In internal documents, they refer to it as one of the most durable light-duty diesels ever produced. But they can't build it anymore. Emissions regulations won't allow it. The 12-valve exists in a time before modern diesel emission standards. That's why it's so simple, and that's why it can never come back. And that's exactly why it's worth more today than when it was new. Scarcity, simplicity, durability. The 12-valve has all three. Modern diesels have none. 5 reasons the 12-valve destroys modern diesels. Mechanical simplicity. No computers, no sensors, no DEF. Legendary durability. 500,000 miles is common. 1 million is documented. Modification potential. 600 horsepower on the stock bottom end. Zero emissions complexity. No DPF, no EGR, no regeneration cycles. And cult-like resale value, worth more today than when new. Modern diesels have technology. The 12-valve has longevity. If you own a 12-valve, you're sitting on an appreciating asset that will outlive you. And if you don't own one, the question is, are you hunting for one? Drop your mileage in the comments. Subscribe because we're exposing what the industry won't tell you. Thanks for watching.